I wanted to give you an opportunity to respond to what I just said.
I don't think that it's over. I think that if you know, I still have the opportunity. I think that one day I could very well be married again. Um, Understandable that it from your point of view, for him to leave like that, it must have been something very wrong. I think he needed to find himself. But I'm not saying that I was perfect because I wasn't. I'm not
When you
saying that
say you
I
still have
didn't have
opportunity,
any
when you say
faults.
you still have opportunity, you have a man of value vetting you to be his wife right now.
No, I'm just now getting
Oh,
back on the dating market.
okay. So, how long were you married?
9 years,
Mhm. So, how long were you seeing your husband before you were married?
2 years,
So, 11 years. How long were you with the so-called alpha male?
about a year.
Uh-huh. So, 39. So, for the last 11 years, you've been with a man. You ain't dated. You don't have any idea what's really waiting for you out there.
No, I don't.
Well, I got news for you. I'm not just talking out of the side of my neck. You can believe what you want to, but there's a reason 20,000 people show up to this show night in and night out. So you can be as certain as you want. The issue is in your mirror. And I'm even more convinced, based upon after everything I said, you went immediately to he needs to get himself together. You're a divorcee of two children, daughters or sons.
One daughter, one son.
Most men do not want to raise another man's children, much less a daughter. Most men are not looking to be stepfathers. And my question is have you sat down and understood what you did that could have been done better? Where's your accountability?
I do believe that there are things that I could have done differently.
Well, what was my question? What was my question?
Which question?
Have you sat have you had therapy?
Yes, I have.
Have you sat down? How long are you still currently in therapy?
No, I'm not.
Was it religious therapy or was it spiritual counseling or was it an actual clinician?
It was Christian based, but it was a clinician. It
Okay.
was not at church.
How long and was this couples counseling? Was it individual?
It started as couples and
Hmm.
then individual.
How long did the individual last?
8 months.
So you started out with Christian counseling. So you found it through the church?
No,
Okay. So when you say it
there's
was
a
Christian,
there's a system of Christian based counseling here in Texas, and so
yeah, like
I
divorce
picked a
care.
therapist. No, it
Okay.
wasn't through church.
Okay. All right. And how long? So you and the therapist sat down, and what were some of the issues that you and the therapist said was animating some of your issues?
Um, my childhood, the way I was raised,
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely learn to. Well, I feel that I have learned to talk to others better. I don't necessarily have to be as direct. I could, issue it with a spoonful of sugar. I don't have to be so blunt. Um, Tone matters.
What about those issues from childhood?
I just the fact that I believe that I saw my mother as a strong Black woman, raise 4 children and do it all by herself, whether she had to work 3 jobs
What makes her? What makes her
or
a
what.
strong black? What makes her a strong black
Because because she didn't give up on us. She gave us everything that she had, and
woman?
she sacrificed herself.
How many different fathers?
One, we all have the same father.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Were they married?
For a short period, yes,
Do you have a relationship with your father?
I do.
Have you ever got his? Have you ever got his side of the story? What kind of father was he?
Absence, in jail and out of jail most of our lives.
For what reason?
Um, Drugs, alcohol, domestic violence.
But he had a history of mental illness.
Even now, my siblings and I take turns having him live with us
But
sometimes. I mean,
well, I'm just saying, drugs and alcohol are mental illness. It's a help.
it's undiagnosed, but yes, he's still an alcoholic to this day.
Okay. So, as somebody who's done a lot of work with alcoholics and addicts, understand it doesn't make it any easier. But your mother and father weren't married. She was a strong black woman because she was.
Well, they were divorced.
But did she have all the kids in marriage or out of marriage?
My youngest brother in marriage. Me and my oldest 2 sisters out of marriage.
So she divorced. She divorced your father and still made kids with him.
No, we're older. My brother's the
Oh,
youngest.
so that you guys came before the marriage.
Yes.
All right. See, that's a
And they were
lot.
my mom had us as teenagers,
That's a
as a
and
teenager.
one of my point is, ma'am, that's a lot of stuff to think you worked through in 8 months. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Absolutely impossible. And my point was we approach therapy like a slight tune up, like an oil change. What you just gave me in 5 minutes is at least 4 years of work, four intensive work, not 8 months. Alcohol, drugs, jail, abandonment, anxiety, single parent, and I mean divorce, abuse. You can't get then your relationship, your marriage, your parenting, your issues. That's not 8 months. You make any do you make room for that being a possibility?
To go back to counseling?
That it's not going to be 8 months. Why would it be over in 8 months? Why quit after 8 months if all that's there?
Well, I've actually planned to go back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a therapist that can identify more with me as a Black woman. Kevin, don't drop your head like that because I felt like you were when I said it, which is why I was hesitant to say it. Um,
Because black women, I look, I've heard this so much from black women. You guys are the most difficult group of people to help because it has to line up perfectly. I don't want therapy. I don't want this. I don't want medication. It needs to be this. It can't be that. It needs to be Christian and it needs to be a black person. Ma'am, you're in crisis.
no, I went to a white woman. She helped me.
My point my point was 8 months and you and you ended it. Why?
It was the scheduling. But I believe I am going to go back.
Wait a minute.
No, 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 no.
Wait a minute. What was wrong with the scheduling?
We I had a set appointment every week, same day, and then it changed for her, and I we couldn't find a time that worked for both of us, and it just kind of like slowly turned.
You're the boss.
I am,
You're in charge. You find a
I
time that
am.
works for her and you carry your ass over there to her.
Okay, Kevin.
I'm just saying, man. My point is that's what that perfection thing. Her schedule. So, and what I think is more likely to happen. Well, I think I'm good. I got the outlines of what's going on. I kind of understand what's going on. All right, your time doesn't work. I really ain't feeling this. I'm gonna go find me a black woman who fits me a little bit better or whatever, whatever. When you need to be, that's wasted time. So this has actually been a very insightful call because this is part of the issues with our women. You're, and I'm going to say this the nicest way I can. Black women are hard to help. And part of it is that strong black woman bullshit. It is one of the most counterproductive things I think that have ever been uttered to a community. Because I have never, ever met, personally met, a strong black woman who's led a happy, healthy, productive, fulfilling, enviable, admirable life. Usually,
It's
when I
hard.
hear strong black woman, it's draped and dripped out in misery. Here comes Waiting to Exhale, Color Purple, and Mister. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but I'm not miserable, Kevin.
I
But
didn't.
I can
I
understand.
didn't
I
say
understand where you're coming from, though. I hear what you're saying. I get it.
strong black woman does not help our women because y'all are so used to being strong. You don't know how to be soft. You don't know how to be helped. You don't
You're right.
like being helped. When it gets too close or too real, y'all run.
It's not that we don't like being helped, Kevin. It's that we're afraid.
Well, and and,
We have the weight of the world
and
on our
whatever it
shoulders.
is, and let's just say it is okay. But here's the thing: you ladies are gonna need to start telling this to each other so y'all can drop this strong shit and start dealing with the fear, because that is what motivates far too many of our women: fear, and the fear is keeping you alone. Because can you tell me that you know many women who even in their relationships they were happy?
I was happy.
I said, can you tell me you know many women in their relationships that were
No.
happy? Black women, I'm gonna tell you right now, life is not about misery. Relationships are supposed to be a source of, yes, duty, honor, respect, but they're also supposed to be a place of enjoyment, happy, fond memories. That's, but we have turned it upside down and inside out, and the fear has to get under control. And and you can't just do it on your own. That's why I'm such a proponent for therapy. And it's not something you address like that. So I got a couple more people in here we're going to bring in. But that was actually good interaction. I think that was, some folks probably don't get it. All right, iPhone, let's go. Thank you, ma'am. Go back to counseling.
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
counseling.
I'm going back.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for those who always follow, like, comment, and share, thank you so much. May God bless you. And before we proceed, let's give respect to the fallen legend, Papa Kevin Samuels, for his good work he has done for the community and for bringing out the Black Society community to the world and for bringing out the truth and the facts. If you're looking for educative videos, here you go. Kevin Samuels had a lot of uh, developing videos. May his legacy stay forever and may his work stay forever because it is more interesting. He was very intelligent, the good father, and he was a straight person and a point person and a brand person who will tell you the truth, not what you want to hear, but what you have to hear. And if you have the ability or to learn, you pick a leaf in it. So today we are going to look at this old lawyer who came in to argue and to prove a point about what she thinks she wants. I've realized that most people who have that capability, like lawyers and other stuff, like this lady, she came in just to prove her lordship into the videos, thinking that she can help one way or the other. Yet she was spoiling 100%. She was spoiling what she's talking. She was not sure of what she's talking. First of all, before we proceed, as I told you, make sure you learn this. You can never, you can never make a better present without first admitting the past. First, work on your past, admit yourself, work on yourself, then you go on the present. The past will help you to overcome to build a better present, because if in any case you sit and admit what you are and admit what you feel and admit wherever you are, it will help you work out yourself in one way or the other. But if you live in a denial world or in a betrayal world or in the world whereby you don't want to sit and be like, I made a mistake, and you go back and you resort the mistake, then there is no way you're going to sit and sort yourself out in one way or the other. There's no way you're going to sort yourself out. So that means you have to sit and be like, yes, I can do this, yes, I can do that, yes, I can do this, so that you navigate yourself in any way or the other, in relationships, communication skills, um friends and love and marriage, and in anywhere you go, because character trains you more. You can't tell me you're calling into someone's interview and it's you who want to speak the more. But if you be faithful and come to yourself, you listen and then you work out yourself in one way or the other, it can help you to overcome yourself. It's like someone says, I want a high value man, but you're searching for high value men, but you're this kind of a girl who goes clubbing every day. You're this kind of a girl who sleeps home every day. You're this lazy person. You're this person who cannot develop someone or who cannot bring out any business idea or any developing idea around that person. So there is no way you're going to get that person you just sit and dream of. You're just in the house, you're busy sleeping the whole day, the whole night, you don't want to work, and you want someone to sort out your way in one way or the other. And this is something logical. Make yourself classy and you make the classy people. Make yourself what you are. Pray. Actually, a prayer is a weapon that will help you navigate yourself. Pray as you do the right thing before you get the person you want. But if you're just being wazeka, you don't want to listen to the advice, you're just taking yourself like shit. No way for you. So thank you. This brings us to the end of our commentary today. And may God bless you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you.